When it comes to tipping, what do you think? What's your stance? Do you think you should tip anybody that does a service for you? Or do you think tipping shouldn't be a thing? Anyway, in this video that we're about to watch, this young lady feels that certain people shouldn't be tipped. And let her tell you why.
Us women need to stop tipping nail techs. I don't mean no harm. Like, we gotta pay to breathe. When it come to getting our nails done, we gotta pay to breathe the same air as them. Bitch, we gotta pay for every little thing. Everything. Shape. Everything. All that's fine, though. Bitch, just don't look at me for no tip, though. Because what exactly am I tipping you for? I didn't pay for everything on my nails. What did you do that was so special? I'm confused. I'm not understanding why nail techs need tips.
When it comes to tipping, okay. At first I was kind of agreeing with her. I gotta be honest.
Okay.
Right?
I was too.
As far as they do charge for everything. And when she says shape, us ladies, we know that she means coffin shape, square nails, rounded, so on and so forth. And she's like, they charge you for everything. Oh, stop. He getting his nails done too. But just like a fresh, clean manicure.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? And she's also right, because I remember where we go pretty much, right? Because we pay for aseptic techniques, right? We want cleanliness. We want to make sure everything is sterilized. Ain't trying to catch no fungus. So it's like, you're going to pay, right? Good service equals good pay. You got to pay the price. Right. And she's right. You know, if you get, like, let's say maybe the stones, the French manicure, so on and so forth, there's a little extra. Mm-hmm. However, so like I said, I agree with her with that part.
Correct.
They charge for everything.
Yeah.
But you also got to be honest and you got to be real with yourself, because the person who's doing your nails, unless it's the owner, right? The money that you're giving as a tip to the nail tech. Yeah,
it goes in a collective cup.
Well, it goes to her as it should.
Yes,
because she's the one that's providing the service.
Correct.
Now, where we go from time to time, our the nail owner, she would do our nails and stuff like that, right? And when we go, we're like a family of 5 deep, right? And every now and then, you know, Sarah, shout out to Sarah and John, they would do our nails and stuff like that. And even though they're the owner, I would find myself giving them a tip.
It's a customary thing to do.
I got a quick and funny story. John, which is the co-owner, which is Sarah's husband, he was doing my nails or whatever, right? You guys had all the seats. Everybody, nail techs, everybody was going. And after I was finished, as a courtesy, I gave John a tip.
Yes.
And he was like, oh, that's okay. No, thank you, that's okay. And because I had already gave it to him, I was like, just keep it. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, thank you so much. So tipping for us, it's not a bad thing. We don't mind doing it. You know, you got to keep the doors open. That's how I look at it. And not to mention, he provided a service.
I know. We kind of love the friendly faces that, they see us. They could be way in the back somewhere. Hey, guys, how y'all doing?
Yes.
It's kind of good to feel that way. You know what I mean?
That too.
Depends. It don't matter where we go now. It's like, okay, you feel good.
Exactly.
Right?
But also, right, we got to keep in mind that the tech, she's not the owner. She's getting paid, right?
Yeah.
And she's the one doing the laborious work in many instances. So yes, she should get a tip.
Yeah.
Because the person who is charging you is the owner. The person who's charging you for the extensions, the tips, the square nails, the this, that, and the third is the owner. And that money is being allocated for the owner to keep the lights on in the shop, so you have a place to get your nails done.
The supplies.
Right, the supplies.
Yeah.
For her employees as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, it was like agree with her to an extent, but they gotta charge for every little thing, because at the end of the day, every little thing costs money. Everything is itemized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Course, yeah.
When they purchase the beads, they gotta pay for the little stones.
Yeah. Even if you ask for extra thing on your nail.
Of course, you're using up their bottle.
Yeah, using it up.
Their clear hardening.
The clear nail polish.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, since nothing is for free when they purchase their wholesale items,
Why should
they
give it to
gotta
you for
charge
free?
you for
Yeah.
everything that they use.
Makes sense,
right?
Yeah, it does.
So, like I said, you gotta, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is, because
Budget yourself. A lot of times people who, not to complain about nothing, sound all crazy and stuff like that, but a lot of people who complain about stuff like that, their pockets probably ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
But
And
a
I
lot of
feel like-
times you pay for good service.
Yes.
This is how you keep people liking you. And I always say this, like, for instance, you may go to this nail tech, right?
Mm-hmm.
Piss them off for the day, and now when we walk through the door, it's like, this person's already pissed off. Why would you not want to make this person at least happy for the time that they're there until, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you do affects other people that come through that door.
Yes.
Right? So now it's like, we tipping, but we tipping for your mistake as well, because, you know what I'm saying?
And I mean, I gotta be honest, not judging anybody, but a lot of times, like while I'm sitting there getting my nails done, and I would see the tech do an extraordinary job.
Oh,
An extraordinary job
yeah. And
on
then they would
certain
complain.
people's nails. No. And by the time they get up, everything is up. I mean, they come in looking rugged and leave out looking like a princess.
Yeah. Ooh.
The hands looking all touchable and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they would only take
Especially
like,
them feet.
oh Lord Jesus, you gotta have a
Let's not go
strong
there.
stomach to deal with some of them feet. What y'all be bringing into that shop. And I gotta be honest with you, for a lot of people to only tip, and this is what I see with my own eyes whenever I go to the nail shop.
Yeah.
$2, $3,
Yeah.
$3. I'm sorry, not the $2, $3. Come on,
Yeah.
you could do better than that
Yeah,
shit.
that's
Because
sad.
$2, $3, you don't even give a kid in today's society or today's
$2, $3.
day and age $2, $3. Come on, these are grown people who provided a service. And the crazy thing is, after they give the $2, $3, they be feeling like they did something miraculous and
Something real
amazing.
good, right?
They
Look,
be like,
what
I
is
got
that?
something for you, and they give it to them, and they walk off with a big old smile.
Let's say, here's $2 lunch on me.
Yeah.
You only do the lunch.
You know how many $2 you would have to collect for
A
lunch
bottle of
on
soda
me?
is $1.75. Probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's lunch.
A taco is
Seriously?
like $3 for one
Come on,
little
man.
taco.
You don't take your
So-
insult and ass out of here.
Exactly,
Seriously.
exactly. So yeah, I think that if anything that deals with labor,
Yeah.
should be a tip involved.
It should
If
be
you
a
get
listen.
your hair done, a tip should be involved.
Yes.
They do your lashes, a tip should be involved. They do
Yes.
your nails, like I just said, a tip should be involved. If they do your wax, and not everybody smells good down there, let's keep it a buck. I used to work in GYN, I
a
know
whole
all about it.
different story.
They should be given a grand old tip.
We gonna start from the feet and work the way up.
So anything that provides a service, yes, tipping should be.
Yeah, it's only
should be a
right,
thing.
man. It's only right because
Yeah.
some of these, let's say, some of these situations you really can't do it yourself. So for somebody to take the time out of their
That's
day
true.
to assist you in making you look and feel better, because a lot of
Yes.
times you come out of there, of course you're gonna feel better. You're gonna look better. Your attitude is now different because you're
Yeah.
clean now. You're looking fresh,
Yes.
right?
And I gotta be honest,
Right.
I see some people who come to get their pedicures.
Yes.
I kid you not. I think, no, I'm not gonna say I think, I know for a fact because I've heard somebody say it before.
Yeah.
They don't get down to scrub their feet
Yeah.
until they go to get a pedicure.
And I
Now,
was gonna say that.
is the nastiest
Yeah.
thing that I've ever
You got a lot of
seen, heard,
of bare paws out
yes,
there.
seen,
Yeah.
heard, and witnessed.
Yeah.
That's gross.
So for
That's
that
gross.
for that being said, right? You yourself, listen, come on, man.
It's ridiculous.
When you
Jesus.
pass a certain age in your lifetime, past 30, 40, 50, them type of numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you honestly say you can still touch your feet in order to scrub them things in the tub?
What age you said?
Past like 30. Like
You
30,
should be able to.
30 and up, right?
You should be able to.
Some people can't.
But some people are overweight though.
Yeah, they
You
can't.
know what I mean? But even if that is not the case,
Yeah.
right? Let's not okay, I'm not gonna bring overweight
No.
into the
But you
whatever.
it's just
But
yeah.
you should be able to touch your feet, bring it up with no problem at the age
Hey,
of 40,
listen.
50, and even 60.
I can honestly
Unless
say
you have
to
some,
you.
like a really, really bad, let's say rheumatoid arthritis or
Correct, that you can't
osteoarthritis
bend.
situation that, you're in
Correct.
severe pain. But still, a lot of people that I see, because they get up in the chair really easily, it's just a thing for them to rinse off. They don't. They figure, I guess, the soapy water is gonna fall onto their feet, so they don't need to literally get in there and scrub it. Oh, I'm gonna go back to the nail shop in 2 weeks anyway, so I'm not gonna get that.
So what they do? They take that one foot and they rub it on that leg like that.
They don't even do
and
that.
they take the other foot, do it like that, and that's good enough.
They don't
Because
even
why?
do that.
It's either you afraid of busting your ass in that tub for trying to reach that foot, you lose your grip.
Your balance.
You lose your balance, and that'd be that'd be it for you.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't even do that. They just figure that soap and water is all over their body. That's it. Nah, that's crazy. You gotta scrub them.
You gotta get in there. Of course, you gotta get in there, and try not to be bossy behind nobody helping you out.
Oh, that's
stuff
another
like
thing.
That. Don't do that.
A lot of people that don't tip is the ones that
Yeah.
you cut my toenail wrong. You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't scrub my feet so hard. Oh, you rough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, get that ingrown right there.
Yeah.
Now, they come with a lot of complications, a lot of problems.
You know them things looked hideous from the time you took your feet, took them out the shoes, slippers, or whatever the hell you took them out of from, and now you coming in there expecting a miracle by the time you walk out the door. You're going to get a miracle, so be grateful about that miracle.
A lot of people with excessive dead skin and so on and so forth, and they got to pull out the artillery just to clean your feet. And you got the nerve to pay somebody $2 or tip somebody $2 or better yet, no tip.
Yeah.
How about I leave your crusty ass feet and let you figure it out yourself? Don't play. But it's just sad. Usually, I just don't like people taking advantage of
that's the real advantage.
Right? Don't take advantage.
You took advantage of them. Like, that's not cool. So, of course, we're going to ask you guys how y'all feel about this because it's an ongoing situation. And I know a lot of these nail techs and other people that I would say deserve gratuity, they're not getting it. Yeah, they're not getting it. So, of course, we want to know how y'all feel about this. Are you a tipper, heavy tipper, mediocre tipper, whatever tipper?
Or a no tipper at all? And do you think the young lady in the video was correct about the no tip policy because they charge for everything? Or do you agree with us? Let us know in the comment section and we'll catch you later.
There you go.